right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. We are live, not from the Fantasy Garage tonight. It is a little chilly here in Florida. Not as chilly as where my two guests are from, but it was 40s, wind howling. Had to come inside. I was outside for a few hours at my son's baseball game. I had to come in and thaw out. We welcome you into another episode, actually special episode here, the Super Bowl Bonanza episode. We're going to cover all things Super Bowl here. Got my two guests with me, Ken Rock, statistical analyst, unbelievable with uncovering amazing stats, and Double J, our Chicago Bears fan, still mourning the loss of the Bears to the Rams, but the future is bright. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing fantastic, Dustino. We're keeping it pretty cool up here in New England as well. It was around -2 this morning, so
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I can't complain too much.
You can't. No. -20 when we wake up Saturday morning. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful weekend up here.
And I was golfing yesterday, so I can't complain. I was in shorts and a short sleeve shirt yesterday, and then today bundled up, wearing a beanie hat and the whole 9 yards. But we're supposed to start getting better weather tomorrow afternoon, and then we're back finally, I think, come Saturday or Sunday to the 70s down here in Florida. Like to welcome everybody in here that's watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Please don't hesitate to get in the chat. We're going to be covering everything Super Bowl. As you know, we cover lots of games and the betting all year. We've had a great year in the NFL. We're down to the final game. So there's a lot of excitement, a lot of anticipation, but also a little bit of sadness knowing that this is the end of football for a long time. But we love having you in. And, hey, with the big Super Bowl game, all the props are out. It is props galore. So we're going to cover all those props tonight. Get in the chat. Let us know if you have a favorite prop. If you have a hunch, right? Sometimes you got to play a hunch, right? You got a feeling about a game or something like that. Please let us know. We'd love to. Drizzy Dren will get your comment up on the screen. And we're going to get rolling here. We're going to get into the game. Obviously, we have the New England Patriots against the Seattle Seahawks. Both improbable runs to the Super Bowl. I mean, you got a team that coming off a 4-13 season with Drake May, second year. And amazing what a coach can do, right? And a change of scenery and bringing in some players, getting a tough defense, the whole nine. And you got the Seattle Seahawks who pulled the plug on the Geno Smith era, decided to roll the dice on Sam Darnold. Was a good roll of the dice. I was very surprised by Darnold. I didn't think he had this in him. Obviously very talented, being drafted in the top 2 of the NFL draft many years ago. But I did not see this turnaround coming. Their defense obviously is their calling card. But Darnold had to make plays against the Rams. That's what impressed me the most, is that I was worried that, hey, if Darnold has to go out and help win a game, can he do it or is he going to crumble? And he did not crumble. What do you guys think of? I mean, did anybody see this? Either of you guys see this coming from these two squads? I didn't.
No, not at the beginning of the year. Go ahead.
Not at the beginning of the year. I mean, I've kind of seen Seattle like halfway through the year being, a team of destiny of a sort. I didn't see New England get into this far, honestly, but they've had quite a second half of the year and just dominated. Not great teams, but dominated the second half of the year.
Yeah,
and both teams doing it with defense, right, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. The talk up here, obviously in Patriot land. Yeah, that the detractors all just keep pointing to the soft schedule and everything breaking right. But you know what? Credit to the Patriots. You go out, you do what you're supposed to do. You beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And they did that all year. They didn't lay down, no trap games for them all year. So a credit to them. The big break with Knicks going down at that last play obviously was huge. And Ken was all over Seattle halfway through the season every week. Nobody's stopping Seattle. So Ken was on it. I was with you with Darnold. I thought for sure we'd see the pumpkin. He'd start seeing ghosts against the Rams. And guy didn't flinch. He went toe-to-toe with Stafford, and they outdid McVay and Stafford. So credit to both teams. I mean, they both deserve to be there in a weird NFL season.
Yeah, it just goes to show you anything can happen. Turnarounds can happen in a heartbeat. I'm hoping for that sort of turnaround with my New York Football Giants. I think we got the quarterback. Now we got the coach. I'm getting pretty excited about seeing our 4-13 team maybe flip the script and be a tough team next year. And that's why you never know. Injuries happen. You get a down year from Mahomes. You get a down year from Burrow and the Bengals. Josh Allen's team kind of crumbled. Lamar had a bad year. I mean, you see these weird things. It's like I was watching some Super Bowl highlights this weekend. I don't know why NFL Network's been running Super Bowl. And, you forget sometimes these teams that get in the Super Bowl. I was watching this Arizona Cardinals and Kurt Warner against the Steelers. And, things just randomly happen. But you got to take advantage of those breaks. And the Patriots certainly have done that. And Seattle certainly with a great home field, a great defense, and all those sorts of things. All right, here's where I want to start. Before we get to our picks on the game and our predictions on the game at the very end, I want to start with just your overall, just quick thoughts on how you see this game playing out. At least something I always notice is first quarters, they seem to play pretty conservative. I know there was a crazy stat about the Patriots for a long time. All those Super Bowls they won with Brady, they never scored a touchdown in the first quarter. So I see a little bit of conservatism out of the first quarter. What are your guys' thoughts on how the game gets started? Weather doesn't look like it's going to be any factor. It's going to be 60 degrees, going to be a nice football night in San Francisco.
Jay, you want to go first?
Yeah, I am with you on that. I think it's a low-scoring first quarter, low-scoring first half. Honestly, I think a low-scoring game and as a whole with those two elite defenses just kind of chipping away at each other. Kind of conservative coaches. These guys are not going to be going for it in crazy situations. They're going to play smart. They're going to play field position. They're going to take points when they're there. They're not leaving anything on the board. I don't think either one of them. I won't give away what I'm leaning, but I will say early on I had a really strong feeling one way, and as this week unfolded and I got later this week, I've completely reversed course at this point, and I just see it going the other way at this point. It's wild how it happens, but I see something different. The cards are unraveling a different way.
Yeah, so as I'm looking at it here, Ken, before we start getting into our picks, and we're going to track our stuff, and we'll tell you if it's a lean, if it's something that we ourselves are going to be betting. Here's what I got. First quarter total points. Right now, if you take under 6.5 total points in the first quarter, it's plus 165. If you go to 7.5, it's minus 130. You guys like either of those? I kind of like under 7.5. I don't know if I see more than one touchdown being scored, maybe a pair of field goals being scored. Obviously, you got to be a little scared of Shaheed and that kick return game, right?
Yeah.
If you take that. But what do you guys think about me leaning under 7.5 first quarter?
I mean, I definitely see more action in the second quarter than the first. That's typical. A lot more possessions with all the timeouts, but I'm unsure on that one. I'm kind of the opposite of Jay in this scenario where I think there's going to be a good amount of scoring in the first half of the game.
Really?
I think the second half it'll be more of a defensive battle. Whoever is kind of winning at halftime will kind of hold serve. But I think that's kind of trended out throughout the course of the year for both of these teams. I did dig into the numbers, and like both of these teams are very strong first half scoring teams, and then they do their best to kind of hold on to the lead. Granted, they're playing each other; it's a different game scenario, so it is the Super Bowl. Things happen, good and bad, but I kind of lean towards over first half in my opinion.
Interesting. Yeah. The over in the first half, let's take a quick peek here what it is. Total points is 20.5. 20.5 is 20.5 is minus 135, 21.5 is minus 120. Yeah, I mean, I like that, those stats that you just threw out there. I think both coaches want to lean on, this is just a gut feeling.
Yeah.
They want to lean on their defenses and not have the quarterbacks make mistakes. May's thrown a couple of picks in the playoffs. He's had some fumble issues. Obviously, some of that was weather related, but I just think they want to feel each other out. I think they both want to test and see what they can get away with, if they can run the ball on one another. I think both teams obviously want to run the ball, but these are two of the best run defenses in the NFL. So it's going to be very interesting to see if either team can establish themselves at the line of scrimmage. I mean, both these teams, as far as rushing yards allowed, I brought it up here earlier. I mean, the Seahawks are the third best defense all year in yards allowed on the ground, and the Patriots are the fifth. So certainly they're going to want to run the ball and establish that. But can either team run the ball against these defenses, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, the Rams did pretty well against the Seahawks run defense last week. So maybe the Pats might see something. They're very similar with Henderson and Stevenson to Williams and Corum. So the 1-2 punch might kind of chip away at them a little bit. I don't think they're going to abandon it quick. So I think they'll have a pretty good shot at it. And Kenneth Walker looked great last week. I mean, running hard, and I think we're going to see some. I think we're going to see some run, and these teams are going to lean on it, like you said. I think you have a solid run game on both sides.
Yeah, I don't think either team's going to abandon the run like in the first or second half. Honestly, I think they're going to lean on it as much as they can to control the clock, to control the game, tempo. But yeah, they're both really good defenses against the run and in general. So it could be some of that first down run and then take over on the passing side, or little dip and dunks to the tight ends and that kind of stuff just to move the chains. But yeah, I don't see too many crazy outlandish plays, but I do see a couple in each quarter, probably in the first half. Possibly a trick play out there for it's not really a staple for either one of these programs. They're like you said, they're a little more conservative, but I think both coaches see an advantage of kind of being first on the leaderboard and playing with the lead. Both these teams are great playing with the lead. They're it's a different story kind of playing from behind, especially when the run game's a little stifled.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's almost going to be like a soccer game to a point, right? If it's in terms of if it's 0-0 or 1-1, but if one team gets ahead a little and forces the other's hand, I think we could see some chaos. But I think in the early going, they're going to really try to feel each other out. At least for the first quarter. I really like the under 7.5 first quarter. That's just me personally. Obviously, things could go bad with a bad kickoff or whatever.
Sure.
Shaheed certainly. Be interested to see if the Patriots throw Travion Henderson back to return kicks. Not sure why he hasn't much this year. I mean, he had that unbelievable one in the preseason and just an explosive player. We'll get to him shortly. But let's start here with the quarterbacks, okay? Let's start with the passing yards. I don't know if you guys have looked at these numbers yet or want to guess on the numbers, but we've got Sam Darnold and Drake May. Let's see if we like anything with their passing numbers. Sam Darnold, 233.5, and Drake May, 224.5. Given the fact that these run defenses are pretty darn good and one team may be forced to throw the ball more than the other, anything you like there? Do you think, though, does anything stand out? Do you think one of the guys has a good passing?
What did you have for Darnold? I'm sorry. What was
I've got Darnold at 233.5.
So up here, both numbers on the lines in Connecticut are under that. So Darnold here is 228.5, and Drake May is 221.5. So a little bit less up here. So
yeah, so if you like the over, call your friend in Connecticut.
Call it for you.
If you like
load
the
up
under,
for
call me and I'll take it for you. But that's important. I mean, it's unfortunate that down here in Florida we just have the one shop that we can go to. We don't have multiple options. But if you do have multiple options, that's huge. I mean, 3 yards doesn't sound like much. These odds makers are pretty darn good. We're looking for the slightest edges we can get, and 4 yards or 5 yards is big. I tend to think there's going to be some more throwing than we think. I think the teams are going to shut down the run. I like the Drake May number. Everybody's killing Drake May for how badly he's played in the playoffs, but you got to remember Houston was freezing in rain. Denver, the whole second half was a blizzard. I mean, and he didn't have to do much against the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers have a pretty good pass defense, and they got ahead early, and they were kind of dominating that game. I mean, I kind of think that Drake May number is a little soft. I mean, I followed, because we do the show, the weekend update show on Friday nights, I look at these numbers all the time. And Drake May's number was consistently in the upper 230s, sometimes even 240s. I think May's this is a chance for him to have a big game. I don't know. You guys think anything? You agree with that? You disagree? Can you see it?
Could see it.
Yeah.
I was tending to lean the other way with May. Yeah. I feel about Darnold, how you feel about May. I see Darnold going well over his number. I do. I see especially if they get behind it all, he'll be slinging the ball all over the place. I think Darnold's easy over that number. May's close. I think Darnold's over.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Jay there. I think that Darnold, especially the Connecticut number, I think he's got a great opportunity to get over there. I mean, he's got one of the most dynamic players in the league with JSN on there, and I mean, we'll talk about his number later, but I mean, he's no stranger to over 100 yards just himself. So that's half the total almost, and a good complementary players around him. Some guys have historically been very good. This year, kind of down year as they're getting a little bit older, but these guys can catch balls, and I like.
I mean, if you look at Drake May's game log, aside from obviously the playoff games, which I'm putting an asterisk on those. I mean, just the weather and all that's been a factor. I mean, he's gone over. Let's split the difference. What's your number? Your number is what? 221 and a half?
21 and a half. Yep.
We'll say 223 or something, all right? He's gone over. I'm just starting at the beginning of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 basically on the number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of the 17 games this year. He went over that number.
What did he throw for against the Chargers? Do you have that? I'll look it up. But what did he throw?
I gotta see the playoffs. Why? This is just bringing me up to the regular season. I don't know if I can. I'm sure we can bring it up, but I'm on actually a fantasy website that shows me.
I got it. I'll look at it here.
You got it, yeah. But I mean, he hit that number 13 out of 17 games, and I think they're going to struggle to run the ball. I know they're going to be committed to it. They're going to try. And now here's the other scenario, right? Seattle's a big favorite, or not big favorite. 4.5. Actually, just went to 5, at least down here in Hard Rock. But if Seattle gets it up, they're going to at some point you're going to have to start throwing the ball. And I think the way to attack Seattle is through the air, as you saw Matt Stafford just do. Yeah. I'll get to in a little bit how you're going to attack him. I really like the Drake May number. I'm putting that as my first one on my ledger. I'm taking Drake May over 224 and a half.
May went for 268 against the Chargers.
And everybody says he had a bad game.
Yeah. Well, you look at the percentage was down, the fumbles, the picks. So that fact, that changes the opinion. You could put an asterisk, and yes, the weather was a factor, but those were by far the 2 best defenses he's played. True. So how much of it is he finally played the 2 elite defenses that he hadn't seen all year, and then add weather in? So how much can Seattle do, who just gave up 360 to Matt Stafford? Hard to say, right? I mean, that's why you gamble. So
yep. I like the May line. I'm taking it. I like the May line over 224 and a half. And I wouldn't be afraid to maybe even throw for him to, put in for him to get to 250 at plus 145. But that's just my thoughts there. Mm-hmm. Passing TDs, both guys are at over 1.5. If you take May over 1.5, it's plus 120. Darnold over 1.5 is minus 125. I don't know if anything sticks out there. I want to see the interceptions. I think it could be some nerves going. Both of them are over 0.5 an interception. So just to throw an interception, May's minus 145. So they think it's a little less likely. And they think it's more likely. And Darnold's minus 135. Not great odds. What do you think? Anything? Nothing?
They might have one.
Yeah, I could see one, but it's like, do you bet both? No, because
no.
If they were plus money, yeah, but not negative. No.
Yeah,
I guess if I was going to do that, I would. Whoever I think is going to win the game, I'm going the other quarterback for the pick, because I think the defense is good. The team that wins, the defense is going to make a play to win the game somewhere. So if you like the Pats, you're going to still Donald's throwing a pick. If you like the other way, it's going to be May.
And then we got pass attempts. I've got 30.5 for May, 29.5 for Darnold. I think they're looking at May.
30.5 is a lot of.
That's attempts.
That's okay. Yeah, it's still a decent amount.
I mean, May went over that number. Let's see, 30.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He only went over that. That's wild. He only went over that 6 times this year.
29 against the Chargers.
Yeah.
29 attempts against the Chargers.
I guess that's, they've been up a lot in games and been able to have the luxury of running the ball.
And it all goes back to that game plan. If they can get the lead early, then they're going to run the ball, like try to hold the lead, stretch the game out, limit the number of possessions that Seattle gets and play their game basically.
And for Sam Darnold, he's gone over that. What was your passing yards? 221?
He was 228.5.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He went over that 10 out of 17 games this year.
And then last week too. So 11.
11 out of 18.
The 49er game didn't count, so
they were way up big. So, hey, it just depends, I guess, how you foresee the game going. I think the big thing is like, all the chips are on the table here. You're going to win. You're playing to win no matter what, and you got to adapt to whatever the scenario gets us. If we can get a team up by a touchdown or maybe even 2 scores, then all bets are off. Anything can happen. I'm sticking with my May over 224.5. So as we do this, we're going to put these down and put them on our ledgers, and then we'll keep track of how we do. So that's one for Dustino. You guys got anything you want to put your name on? Anything you're going to put your hard-earned cash on?
I'm going with Darnold with the over.
You're taking Darnold, and you got him over 221?
I have him at 228.5.
Oh, 228.5. Okay, got it. So his number's higher than May's. Interesting. But, hey, anything can happen. Just avoid Christian Gonzalez, right? And both of these teams pretty good against the pass. However, more middle of the pack. As I look at it here, the passing yards allowed. We have Seattle. Yeah, they're both above average. Patriots are, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 29, 6, 5, 4. So they are 8th best in the NFL against the passing yards allowed, and the Seahawks are 11th. So, just good defenses, right? We already told you how they are against the run. All right, now we're going to go to the rushing, right? Let's go to the rushing stats. Obviously, your 2 main rushers in this ball game are Kenneth Walker, obviously the lead dog, especially with Ken's favorite guy, Zach Charbonnet, out. He's been crushing, actually, Ken Walker. Talk about a guy who's made himself a lot of money in the playoffs. Because he's a free agent, and, running backs haven't been getting paid what they once were. And, there's a lot of talk, is his market going to be big? And now he's got a chance to be the lead guy, and he's taken off. His number is at 73.5 down here. We got Ramondre Stevenson, who's been carrying the lion's share of the carries for the Pats, which is driving me crazy, by the way.
Crazy.
50.5 is his number. Drake May, who we gave you last week, was my bet, basically my best prop of the week. May over 29.5 rushing yards. Well, that number is now 38.5.
I was going to say up here it's 37.5.
We got 38.5. Yeah. And then my guy Travion Henderson, 19.5, but he's barely been getting on the field. Darnold's not much of a rusher, 5.5. Shaheed, 4.5. Maybe he gets a reverse, and that's really about it. How do you see this playing out against the 5th best and the 3rd best run defenses in the NFL?
Tough to call. Here's a running back stat for you. I looked this up before.
Let's hear it.
So the last 25 years, only 5 running backs have gone over 100.
In the Super Bowl?
4 in the Super Bowl. Only 5 out of the last 25 with a running back over 100.
Oh, so, I believe it. I was having
this argument. Yeah, it's wild.
So when the Giants got rid of Saquon or didn't re-sign Saquon, okay, yes, he went berserk. He had a great game for the Eagles, and they won the Super Bowl. It wasn't all Saquon, though. My argument with somebody was go back and look at the last 20 Super Bowl winners and tell me what the winning running back, the running back on the winning team, got for rushing yards. And I can't remember it off the top of my head right now, but it was abysmal. It was crazy.
Yes.
It was like 42 yards. I think the year the Rams won one of the years with Stafford, Cam Akers led them. And he was like 19 carries for like 27 yards. Like it was like abysmal. Running backs yes, it's nice. It's a luxury, but they're not usually the guys that lead you to a championship. And so, the rushing stats are wild. 2 good defenses here. I mean, the Seahawks were number 3 in the NFL in yards allowed rushing, and the Pats were number 5. And Spillane is healthy, and he's a huge key to that. I don't know. I mean, as much as I want to say each of these guys and each of these teams are going to stick to the run, it's tough to see anybody going berserk.
Yeah, all the numbers are pretty high. I mean, like if it was still 30, I would like the Drake May play. It's 38, 39. Is that what you said? It's kind of high. I mean, he could do it. He gets a decent amount of carries himself and creates plays, but it'll be challenging. The one that kind of stuck out to me is just a possibility, is like a jet sweep type thing, is Shaheed. It's a pretty low number, so it's basically one carry for him. At 10 plus yards, it's plus 168. So kind of just a flyer out there as a mix up to Walker. I mean, Walker's obviously going to get like 90% of the carries, but the guy's got to sit on the bench every once in a while, and sometimes you need to dial up a run to somebody else, and it's something that's a possibility.
Yeah, and you got Kenneth Walker's rushing attempts at 18.5, Ramondre at 14.5, and Travion at 4.5 attempts. It's just wild to me how they're not using Travion Henderson at all. I mean, the guy is a home run hitter. I understand he's had some challenges, but my goodness, he is like, I mean, he had that like middle of the season where he was going berserk. And then it's like playoffs have come and it's like, hey, we don't try. All of a sudden, like the trust is gone. And really, the guy with the problems fumble wise in his career has been Ramondre. So I'm just shocked. I find it hard to believe they're not. I mean, his snap share last week was 6%. He was on the field for 4 snaps. Yeah, I think they got to find a way, especially when they're a team that is looking for an explosive player. Right? They don't have it in the receiving game, really. I mean, Diggs is a possession receiver. Butte's okay. The rookie Kyle Williams, he made a couple big plays in this season, but he's been sort of an afterthought as a rookie. I feel like they got to get this kid on the field, find a way to get him in space, and let him try to, one of those home run hitting plays. I don't know. That's just me.
It blows me away. I don't understand it. And it's like, that's why the 18.5 number, for his over-under, it's like, if they give him one carry, he might do it in one shot. Like he could go for 40 on one play, and you're walking away with it. He's just, I don't understand it. I'm with you. I don't understand. You see the talent.
That's actually one that I had circled, and I kind of that's one of my plays is
that
over 18.5 for Travion.
I love it. Get on board. Now, I will tell you, I've already bet a couple of things. And one of them is, and we're going to get to this. And actually, I did it before I even uncovered this. Should have looked at the stat first. Here's what's crazy, right? We just talked about how good these defenses are, right? And, kind of middle of the pack, better than middle against the pass, but really, really good against the run. Here's what's crazy. Listen to this one. The team in the NFL that allowed the most receptions to running backs is the Seattle Seahawks. They allowed 97 receptions to the running back position, more than any other team in the NFL. You know that I'm 0 of my last 4 or 5. Josh McDaniels, they have to find a way to get Travion on the field and get him a pass or two. I think the product of the crazy game is why they went to Ramondre. They just said, we got to go with the beefed up guy and just take 2 yards in a cloud of snow. I love Travion. Right now, it's over a half a catch. We're not going to take that because that's minus 200. But if he gets to 2 catches even, just 2 catches, okay, which he did a bunch this year, 2 catches, he's plus 160. I mean, that's bonkers. I know it hasn't been hitting. I know it has not been hitting. But I just feel like now you've got 2 weeks to prep. You've got to find a weakness. I'm sure McDaniels and obviously Vrabel and all their statisticians are privy to these numbers. You've got to attack the Seahawks with the running backs out of the backfield. And if you take him to get the 3 catches, he's plus 400. So
it's plus 3 up here, plus 3 here is 550. Travion Henderson, 3 plus catches, 550.
So getting to 3 catches is 550. I'm going to put officially on my ledger over 1.5 catches plus 160. which I just absolutely love it. But I mean, I've loved it 4 weeks in a row. But the weather and all the other weird shenanigans, I think they have 2 weeks to prep. They got to find explosive plays. This is their most explosive player. I'm taking it. It's on my ledger. Now, anybody else that you see? And now here's the other thing. Ready? I got 2 more for you. So the Patriots have allowed the sixth most receptions to running backs. So these teams are really stingy in the air against receivers, but they do allow a lot to the running backs. I mean, what do we think of Ken
I was going to
Walker?
say, I love Ken Walker. And his number, he's plus money at 4. Up here, 4 plus is 182. So, yeah, so at 4. So if you can get him to 4 here, it's plus 182.
4, man, you guys got great numbers up there. Hard Rock sucks. The more I'm on here with you, the more I realize Hard Rock sucks. I got Walker to get the 4 at plus 160.
Oh,
so you got plus 180.
I like Walker getting the 4. He had it last week.
He's gonna be on. Now let me take a look at this. Let me take a look at Walker's snap share. I mean, did he come off the field very much? I don't think 90%.
It's got to be 90-something%.
You know what's crazy? He was only 63%. This George Holani guy was on the field for 34% of the snaps. What did this Holani guy do last week? Did he do anything? I don't know if he did anything. He was on the field quite a bit. So, but still, Ken Walker. Let's see what he had. What did he have in this game for receptions? I mean, they have been throwing.
He had 4 last week.
He had 4 last week. I mean, I don't see any reason that doesn't change. This Holani guy had 3.
Yeah, he's like the third down back guy. I mean, he's got 27 yards receiving last week and only 4 yards rushing.
All right, so Jay, you're saying you love it. You're in on that one? Is that
yeah?
one
I'm in on
plays?
4. Yeah, I'm in on 4.
So over 3.5 catches, and what does it pay for you up there? Walker.
So Walker is where I lost it. Plus 182.
Plus 182. Beautiful. Hey, remember, if you're in here and you're in the room or you're watching us live, get in the chat. Let us know. If something that we're discussing, you got a hunch, you got a feeling, please let us know. Drin will get it up on the chat for us. And we appreciate you being on here. All right, we're going to keep on trucking here. How about any of the receivers? I know Ken is our resident JSN huge fan. However, Patriots have been pretty good against receivers. And not only that, JSN's numbers in the playoffs have not been outstanding. And he's going to be facing Christian Gonzalez is going to shadow him everywhere he goes. What are you thinking, Ken? What's your buddy JSN?
I mean, I love JSN. I think the total's tough, though. I'm going to look to
8 catches is a lot of catches.
Yeah.
I got to say, last week was pretty outstanding. So his playoff run has been outstanding. He had 10 for 153 and a touch last week. It's pretty outstanding. So,
of course.
Again, that first game, that 49er game was just a wash. So,
yeah, I mean, he was the best receiver in the NFL this year. He had the best stats of anybody in the NFL this year. There's no doubt. I just wonder, Vrabel coming from the Belichick tree, Belichick was always very big on stopping your main guy and making the secondary pieces beat you. Because even in the Giants Super Bowls, he was very big on stopping Victor Cruz. And then Manningham gets that big catch. Like, he was very big about taking away your main guy, which, usually serves you well, right? Make those the others beat you. But 7.5 is too much, too many catches for me.
Most teams do that, but it's tough to stop JSN.
But do you have the horses? I think they have the horse, though, with Gonzalez. That's my big thing. I mean, he's one of the best corners in the NFL.
He is.
I'm not touching.
I would lean over. If I had to go somewhere, I don't know if I'd put anything on it, but I would lean to the over on JSN.
Really? You think JSN can catch 8 balls?
I'm leaning. I'm not saying I'm like, you could talk me out of it.
On FanDuel, it's 6.5 is the line.
Okay.
but it's minus 154.
Yeah. See, I have over 7.5 and it's plus 115. So it's amazing how much these lines fluctuate. It really is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I do like that actually. I like it. 8 plus. Yeah, it's FanDuel. It's plus 118. I
just feel like he's got that puka where you could do whatever you can to stop him. He's just one of those guys that's going to
he's going to get open.
And Darnold's going to lock in on him, and he's going to force some throws, and that might be the downfall of the Seahawks if it goes that way. He's just trying to force feed it too much. But some guys just have that, and I think he's one of those few matchup proof guys that's going to get his numbers.
Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable. He's not gonna get skunked. I can tell you that. But I guess it's a lot of game script too, right? If they don't have to throw that much, they're not going to throw if they don't have to. I really think this McDonald is going to try to keep the ball out of Darnold's hands as much as he possibly can. Ken Walker's unbelievable. It's one of those things you almost want to make some bets almost live. You almost want to live bet a few things, right? You almost want to get in there and go, all right, you know what? They can't get any push on offense, and the Patriots can't get any push, and then start switching to taking the overs. Because yes, they're going to try to stick and establish the run, but if they can't move the ball, they're going to have to change course. And I think both teams will change courses quick. You make anything of this Seahawks offensive coordinator that just took a head coaching job. Do you see that as any sort of distraction?
I think it's always a distraction, but I think they kind of knew it was coming. I don't think it was a big shock that he's going to leave. The timing sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You win one on the way out.
It's still the Super Bowl. Yeah.
It's not these aren't college kids. Yeah, these aren't college kids. These are professionals, and this is part. They understand this is the business. I don't think it'll be quite a distraction enough to really deter anything.
I got you. I tend to agree. I mean, they've had their game plans. It's not like the offense is changing. It's not like he left. He's not going to be coaching the game. He's going to be there. But I just wondered if it was some sort of distraction. Just another little talking point. We go to now receiving yardage.
Dustin, just like JSN over 8. That's one of my picks.
You're in on that?
Yeah.
What's over? So you have over
not over 8 plus over 7.5.
Over 7.5. All right.
Yeah.
And I got plus 115 on that.
Yeah, it's plus 118 here, but same difference.
All right, cool. Either way, you hit the bet. So that's good. All right, cool. And then I have the Travion thing, and then Jay Joseph has the Ken Walker thing. Now, another talking point before we get to the yards is against the tight end. The Seahawks are the 5th worst in the NFL against the tight end, and the Patriots are sort of middle of the pack against the tight end. Do you think Hunter Henry at 40.5 receiving yards and catches at 3.5. And do you like anything there? Do you think either of the tight ends get going?
No. Close. No, I don't. No.
I mean, he put up some good numbers in the season, but then in the playoffs when he went against good defenses, nothing. So
gotcha.
Nothing.
All right. Yeah, I kind of tend to agree. I think the running backs out of the backfield are going to be huge, and then I think there's going to be a random secondary receiver. Maybe it's Boutte that does something. Maybe Kyle Williams gets on the field for the Pats.
Demario Douglas. That guy that just he has those random big games, and his number's only 10.5.
I know, that's crazy.
Matt Collins too. Yeah.
He just
Matt Collins.
He is not. Yeah, exactly. They spread the ball around. Unfortunately,
you just don't know.
Now the Seahawks are a lot more consolidated than the Pats. I mean, it's JSN. Cup's been very good in the playoffs.
Cup's been good.
His
number's not that high.
What's that?
His number is not that big either, and he has been good.
His number's been low. And if you
go
to the
32.5,
where you think, hey, they're going to try to take away JSN, is Cooper Kupp the soft spot? I think the soft spot is Walker out of the backfield. And
I agree.
Maybe this AJ Barner a little bit, but I don't know. Nothing's like jumps out at me. Now, what jumps out at me, which I'm going to correlate, is obviously Travion Henderson. If I think he's going to catch a pass, I'm going to take his over. Listen, his receiving yards is 3.5.
Oh, we have it at 2.5.
I mean, what the hell are we doing here? I mean, that's just absurd. Now, what I like with him is his rushing and receiving total is only 25.5. I'm all over. I'm going down with the ship here. I can't believe that they won't find a way to get this guy, their most explosive guy, the ball a little. So I'm adding another one. So it's Henderson over 25.5 total yards.
I feel like you need the Pats to get Darnell Mooney in this game somehow, so you can ride that train one more time too. Your Henderson and Mooney Express.
I know. I
Go
can't
down one more time, buddy.
All right, but look at it. All right, hold on a second. I gotta defend myself here. New England Patriots stats. I mean, hang on a second.
It's the explosiveness. He sucks you in with that explosiveness. I mean, we sit here as just average guys on the couch. Like, how are we not utilizing this guy at all? You know, that's the trap.
All right, hang on. Let me see if I can. I gotta try to find their rushing stats. How do I find individual player stats?
Yeah. While you look that up,
yeah,
I kind of like Cooper Kupp as an anytime touchdown scorer because I could definitely see that. I'm just, you know, as we were talking through Kupp, you know, the number is odd. I could see Kupp as an anytime touchdown scorer. Let's see if I can find.
I like it. They do look for him down in the red zone.
Plus
what's his line for a touchdown?
Is that plus 260? I was trying to get there. Yeah, plus 260.
Good. I love it. I actually have the same number as you. That's amazing.
Oh, there you go.
All right, thank you, Hard Rock. All right, I'll put that on your ledger.
He's only got 2 touchdowns all year, though. So.
Yeah, but I just got a feeling.
Yeah,
this is one of those feelings.
Didn't he get one in both playoff games?
He got one last game.
Did he get one against the Niners?
No.
No, it was the Bears. He didn't get one against the Bears.
He got one against the Rams.
He got one last week.
No, but they played the Niners first week of the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he got one last week, and he got he led the team in receptions and yards against the Niners.
I like that. I like that call, Jay. I mean, all the focus is going to be on JSN. Travion Henderson, the regular season, ran for 911 yards and 9 touchdowns compared to Ramondre's 603. His yards per carry was way above. It was 5.1 to 4.6. His receptions weren't amazing, but he still had 35 receptions. I don't know. This guy's just so explosive. I don't know how they got to find a way to use him. And why they haven't used him on many kick returns is beyond me. All right, so I added Cooper Kupp anytime TD. Ken, you feeling anybody to score a TD that you want to put money on? Hard-earned cash?
The only one I saw that kind of intrigued me a little bit just because the price was the anytime touchdown for the Seattle D /
defense/special teams?
It was plus 550. So might be worth a flyer.
You got a shot with Shaheed on kicks and punts, and then maybe a Drake May mistake.
I mean, look back in their games, and they had 8 defensive touchdowns this year in 17 games. So
that's not bad.
Almost half the games, and just because the price tag. Plus 550.
And
plus 550.
And the kick return against the 49ers. So one of the playoff games, they got a special team score. So, yeah.
All right. I like it.
It's a flyer. It's a good flyer.
It's a flyer.
All right. We got all right. So we talked about the first quarter a little bit. We got the first half. Ken likes the over in the first half. Let's go real quick. Super Bowl MVP. Now, this is typically something that comes out of the quarterbacks a lot. But I did a little research and looking, and there's been quite a few receivers who have gotten it. We've had a defensive player in here and there. You got any long shots for Super Bowl MVP? Either of you?
Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, plus
So we
650
keep riding
if
to
they're
Ken
able to
Walker.
run the ball.
I mean, he's 850. Although I don't know if Seattle wins. I haven't committed to that yet.
Mm-hmm.
The
Well, yeah,
Pats just
obviously your team's got to win.
the Pats just they you just don't know who it's going to be for the Pats. You know, if the Pats pull this off, it kind of has to be Drake May, right? It kind of has to be.
Unless it's like some defensive player who gets 2 touchdowns or something.
Yeah, some crazy Larry Brown game where he picks Darnold twice, you know, something like that. I mean, I don't.
Or if Travion breaks 270
Goes
yarders.
nuts. Yeah, goes. Yeah, somebody's got to go nuts.
He's the one guy who can break something like that.
Darnell Mooney comes out and catches a couple. I don't know. I don't see it.
Plus 7,500.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's so hard to like pick one if you're doing any kind of long shot. I mean, Christian Gonzalez, does he shut down JSN and maybe get a pick 6 at plus 15,000? $10 wins you $1,500. I mean, that's a kind of crazy one, but we've seen it before. What was his name? Larry, the guy for the Cowboys, remember? He won.
Yeah, Larry Brown.
MVP.
Yeah, Larry Brown. That was
Larry Brown.
Yeah.
Who are the backup quarterbacks? Maybe if someone goes down with injury.
Yeah, you know, I was looking at Josh Dobbs because there are those rumors that May has a little bit of a dinged up shoulder. I don't know if they offer it. Let's see.
Someone comes in and plays hero.
I don't have it on mine. And the backup quarterback is Josh Dobbs. I don't have it on my it's not available for me. I don't see either of the backup QBs available.
I don't see it either.
It's wild. All right, so there's your MVP. I mean, Shaheed at plus 2,500. If he has a, you know, this it usually goes
Shaheed
to
up here. Dustin, Shaheed is plus 45 up here.
Dude, I'm getting terrible. What's your Travion?
12.5.
I got 7,500. Your odds are so much better.
Yeah,
Hard Rock's third.
Where is that?
Good Lord. All right. We talked about Super Bowl records a little bit pre-show. Nothing that we really saw. The only thing, maybe a player to break the longest rush in Super Bowl history. I have plus 4,000. I'm sure you guys have plus like 8,000 because Hard Rock is boning me left and right here. You see anything with that? I mean, we looked at it. To break a Super Bowl record is real hard, and especially with these defenses.
Yeah, I don't. And there's nobody that's overpowering. Like, there's no, as good as Walker is, as explosive as Henderson is, it's not Barkley. It's not one of those guys that are just a lock to do something special every game.
Yeah, I think if anything, you could see Walker have the monster game if they're just able to push the Pats around somehow. But I don't see it happening.
No, I don't either.
All right, we got Super Bowl exclusives, at least down here in Hard Rock. So I'm going to read some of these through. You just say yay or nay, anything you like in it. Oh, we got some people in the chat. John DiPolina, yes, it is too cold for the garage today, as you well know. How is golf today? You guys had to be very chilly for you guys in Connecticut, although it's still better than Connecticut. So can't complain. Paige likes Diggs for a long shot. Yeah, plus 5,000. I don't hate it. Now, we did talk about how Seattle's pretty good against the receivers, but if there's a receiver on the Pats that could go nuts, maybe it's Diggs. I don't think he has the explosiveness, but it's worth a long shot.
If he gets three touchdowns, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, if you look at the history, right?
Deion Branch.
Let's see. I'm going to go back to let's just do a cutoff as year 2000. Okay, so since 2000, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, more than I thought, to be honest. 9 players non-quarterback to win MVP. And when it hasn't been, it's been receivers and then defensive players. So you have Cooper Kupp, Edelman got one, Von Miller got one, Malcolm Smith got one. I would never got that one for the Seahawks. You had Santonio Holmes for the Steelers, Hines Ward, Deion Branch, Dexter Jackson, defensive player for the Bucks.
Ray
Lewis, defensive player. So it's possible. It certainly has not been running backs. We haven't had a running back since 1998, Terrell Davis. And then prior to that, it was 94, Emmitt Smith. So in the last 31 years, there's only been 2 running backs to win the MVP. So that's probably not a good bet, taking a running back. All right, let's get on to these Super Bowl exclusives. Will there be any player to record 2+ rushing or 2+ receiving TD? So is there any player in the game going to get 2 touchdowns?
No.
It's minus 210. I don't like the minus 210 number. If there's even money, I might roll the dice. All right. Will either team record 30+ points? It's plus 110.
No.
I don't know. Might be worth taking a shot to see if one of them gets to 30. I don't know. All right. Will there be 250+ combined rushing yards in the game? Now, remember, that's not just the running backs. That's the whole team. I don't
Very
hate
negative.
that.
No.
I
don't like it. I don't think so.
Right.
Especially based on Jay's stat earlier. It was like
the no 100-yard rusher. So you get 80 from Walker. The
You're not getting
Pats
anything from
combined
Darnold.
for 80. You get 80. Let's say Henderson and Stevenson combined for 80. That's 160. You're gonna get 90 out of Drake May.
Yeah, maybe. Now, here's the thing with these: they don't offer you an under, so it's not like we can bet the under.
Right.
And then don't pay any attention to that ice that's getting poured in the background and getting all over the
hopefully pouring you a drink.
Good Lord. Yeah, at least make me a drink if you're doing all that. Crying out loud. I better go back to the freezing garage. All right. Will each team record 1 successful 4th down conversion? So both teams got to convert a 4th down.
Yes.
Ooh.
I don't like it.
Okay. I'll put it in for Jay. Yes, both teams 4th down conversion. Yes, both 4th.
What does it pay?
Plus 125. Will either team attempt a 2-point conversion? All it needs 1 missed extra point and everything goes haywire. Will either team attempt a 2-point, not convert, just attempt one?
What's the number, or what's the line?
Plus 130.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
If it was plus 200,
okay.
I'd put a flyer on it for plus 200, but not for 130.
Okay. Will both teams have a lead at some point in the second half?
Yes.
Ooh, Jay is getting frisky now. Yes.
That's
both have a lead. And it's plus 150.
Yeah, I kind of like that too, actually.
Yeah, Ken's getting on the board.
I think this is one of those old school Pats Super Bowls where it's back and forth.
Back and forth. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
see any.
I
I don't see either team running away with it. I really don't. Will each team have 1 rushing touchdown?
No.
I kind of like it. I'm taking it.
What are the
Rush
odds on that
TD
one?
for each team. That's plus 155. I'm taking it.
It's pretty probable, but no.
Okay, this is getting crazy. Will either QB throw 2+ interceptions? I could see that one happening.
I could see it. What's that number?
Plus 185. I think that's a decent long shot.
Kind of like that.
I mean, if Darnold
I don't hate that one. I don't hate that one.
All right, we're all in on the over. I'm going to put us
see,
all.
the game plan. They're going to try running. It's not going to work out. So both teams are going to move to passing, and there's going to be picks.
Yeah, and we just need one of them to have a bad game of 2 picks. All right. Will the opening kickoff be a touchback?
No.
I know the teams try not to, but would you maybe, if you're kicking a Shaheed, do you want to kick it in there and not let him return it? Anyhow, that's plus 190. That's a tough one. Will each team have a lead in the 4th quarter? Tough again. I mean, if we like that other one, second half thing, you might want to take that. That's plus
Yes.
200.
Yes.
Plus 200.
I already have the other one, so no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do both. I would go with the second half. Is a lot safer, but
Yeah.
I think they will. If I had to, I think they will.
Will any player record more than 150 receiving yards? 150 or more receiving yards. I mean, you're basically banking on JSN. It's one player. I don't see anybody from the Pats.
I don't see it.
I don't like it. Now,
Yeah.
these,
I don't like that.
as we're going,
What's the price on that? What's the price on that?
plus 275.
Oh,
I mean, you have
long
to,
shot.
Yeah, like what's the price on JSN to get?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You might as
right.
well just take JSN.
Yeah,
and now as we're going, more of these are getting long shotty.
Yeah.
Will either team have a successful 2-point conversion? We already got Jay saying they were going to try one.
So hold on. Can we go? Let's go back for 1 sec. So the bet was anybody going over 150. So if you obviously we say it's going to be JSN.
Mm-hmm.
If you just go JSN over 150, it's plus 580.
Yeah, so take that.
So if you like that, you just take that
don't
one.
mess with this stupidity. Yeah.
You put a flyer on JSN, but
Now with this, you have all the player pool, but I don't see it happen.
I don't see anybody else going to 150.
Maybe Paige likes Diggs, but
there you go. He hasn't gone for 150 all year, I don't believe. Will either team get a successful 2-point conversion? That's plus 275. We already talked about the rushing. Will either team win by exactly 3 points? You win by exactly 3 points, it's plus 600. So then you get both teams. You got to win by exactly. I mean, these are too tough. We'll be there.
I don't think it'll be 3.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's.
I think it's close, but exactly 3. I don't know.
It'll be 2 or 4.
I like 4.
Will there be a pick 6? Plus 650.
No.
I
already have the Seattle D getting there,
Yeah. Will there be a game-winning field goal to end the game? Plus 800.
No.
That's so tough. I'm going to go no. I can't take that one. Will any player record 150 plus rushing yards? We kind of don't like.
No.
Any player to score 3 touchdowns in the game, rushing or receiving, not passing. That's plus 850.
Maybe Travion.
Yeah. Will either quarterback have 4 TDs?
Oh, you caught. What was it?
Uh-oh.
Either quarterback to have 4 plus passing touchdowns. I don't see it.
No.
Will any player in the game have a sack and an interception? That's an interesting one. That's tough, though.
That's tough.
I mean, you got to have, first of all, you got to hope there's interception. Then you got to get the sack, too.
Yeah,
That's plus 1,000. Will there be a safety in the game? Plus 1,100. 2 good defenses holding in the end zone.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's a good flyer. It's probably been since Peyton Manning, honestly.
Peyton Manning, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
it was
the
like
Giants
3 years.
had one in their Super Bowl against the Bills.
There was 3 years in a row where they got the safety in the Super Bowl, and then after that, it's been nothing.
I mean, these are kind of
at that number. That's a good flyer if you want to have fun. It's a great flyer at that number with those defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
wouldn't be the worst bet.
Yeah, I mean, I would put a flyer, I guess, if anything, on that one.
Will any non-quarterback throw a touchdown pass? There's your trick play.
Not with these coaches.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. It's plus 1,300.
Cooper Kupp.
Will a punt be returned for a touchdown? Plus 1,500.
Kickoff, maybe, not a punt.
Kickoff is plus 1,750.
Wow.
I could see it if they throw Travion back there.
Travion's going to have the all-time greatest game in the NFL
Dude,
history.
I'm telling you, the guy's going to have the greatest game.
Guy's going to have 1,200 all-purpose yards and 17 touchdowns.
If he does all this stuff, I'm getting his jersey.
Right.
I'll buy it for you.
Will each team get 2+ rushing touchdowns? So, you guys didn't like it. I took each team to get a rushing TD. You guys did not like that. So if I went 2, I mean, that's crazy. That's
Great.
1750.
Especially with no Charbonnet. Yeah, it's not.
Will there be an onside kick recovered? Plus 2,000.
No.
No, I don't see them doing it anymore. Since they changed the ounce, they changed a lot.
Yeah.
Will there be a scoreagami, a score that has never happened in any NFL game ever? Plus 2,000. This is crazy.
No.
Yeah, here's one, Ken. Here's one you might like.
Yeah, you know what it is going to be? Travion Henderson's going to throw it to himself. He's going to throw it, run 40 yards, catch it. Never happened before. Touchdown.
I mean,
Dustin's all-time great game.
All right, listen to this. Ken might like this one. This one might be one I would throw $10 on. Will there be 2+ defensive touchdowns in the game? Plus 3,000. So 2 TDs by the defense. I know it's unlikely.
Yeah.
But if you like one, maybe something crazy is going to happen usually in the Super Bowl. I could see plus 3,000 worth it.
It's a flyer.
Yeah.
It's a flyer.
Will either team get shut out? Is plus 6,000. I don't think anybody's getting sculled. Not with the way the kickoffs are and the great field position, how good the kickers can, how far the kickers can kick, and no weather being an issue. I mean, it's plus 6,000, but I still don't see it. Opening kickoff return for a touchdown is plus 10,000. Happened once, right? Devin Hester.
Happened once, Devin Hester.
Your boy. I got a funny story about that one. So this is way back. I don't know if I told you the story now. This is way back, like the infant, before gambling was really, legalized gambling, right? But they had these sites that you could place wagers on. And so normally, right before a game is about to start, whatever, they take first team to score off the board. So that was Bears Colts. And my buddy was on the computer, continuously click refresh. And we sat there and we both made a pact. Again, this is my early 20s, whatever. It is what it is. Now, whatever team was going to get the ball first, we were going to take them to score first and just unload whatever we could on it. I think we had like a $250 or $500 max. Well, boom, 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 everything gets flipped. We figured it was going to get locked out, right? It wasn't going to let us place the wager. Boom, as soon as they got it, Bears, I think the Colts won the toss, they defer. Boom, and the Bears were like plus 130 or something. So we were just hammering it. We did it, and it let us get the bet in. And Hester returns the kick for a touchdown, and we were going berserk on the opening kickoff. Couldn't believe they let us get that in because I thought for sure. Normally, like once the coin flip happens, they shut the bet down because they don't allow you. Because obviously it's a big advantage if you know who's getting the ball. So
I remember like bars up here, going to bars for Super Bowls back then. And every Super Bowl before that, they always would raffle a car off. Opening kickoff gets returned. Somebody in the bar wins a car. This happened all the time. And after that never happened again. That stopped the promotion. It was one of those insurance policy things. They would take out a policy. And there was a few places I remember seeing in the news, especially up here, that people got cars because Hester returned the opening kickoff.
Greatest return man of all time? Hester, right?
He's right there. If he's not, yeah, it has to be. Yeah,
I don't see anybody. All right, let's see. Total field goals combined in the game. I'm not even going to give you the number. You tell me how many field goals.
3.
Yeah, I was going to say 4. So
the number's 3.5. So no advantage. I do think that these coaches are going to play it conservative, though.
Yeah.
I think if they get in that neighborhood, they're going to take the 3. Look at Sean Payton. Should have taken the 3 in that game. I mean, that was a terrible call there.
Yeah. Ben Johnson twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How many total punts do you see in this game?
Like 6.
I was going to say 5.
The number's 7.5.
Yeah.
Maybe the under on punts. We logging it in? I kind of like it. We have our first unanimous.
Could be.
All right, we're doing it. Under 7.5 punts. I think that number's high because of the defenses, but we like the 4th down. Who was the one 4th down? Yeah, Jay, you were the yes for both teams to go for a 4th down. Hey, you pull out all the stops in the Super Bowl.
You have
How
to.
about distance of the longest field goal? Now, remember, there's no bad weather in San Fran. It's supposed to be a very nice evening. Longest field goal made. Who are the kickers, by the way? Jason Myers is Seattle.
Borealis, right? What's his name?
I can't even name the Pats kicker.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like Borealis, or however you say his name, right? The
Because
rookie.
these close games,
He's a
sometimes
rookie.
these special teams matter.
So we need John
You know
Dipp.
what I'm saying. Yeah. We need John Dipp for the to give us the kicker. John
I
Dipp,
got the
if you're in
guy.
here, who's your kicker and how is he? Who is your daddy and what does he
He's
do?
a good kicker. He's a rookie.
Okay.
What's his name?
What do you put the number, Ken? What's the longest field goal made?
43.
Double J?
I was gonna say 53.
49 and a half is the over under.
I'm going over.
All right, Jay's in for an over.
I like
Over
the
49 and a half, longest field goal. I don't hate it.
Andy Boregalis.
You got any stats on him? What was his long?
Let me look that up for you. Give me 1 second.
All right. Let me keep going here. Special teams, I think that's it. Defense. How many sacks in the game? I could see a lot of sacks. I could see both quarterbacks hanging onto the ball a little bit and being scared.
So this
What's
kid
the line?
won
3.5,
6.5.
6.5.
6.5.
It's a big number.
That's a lot of sacks. I mean, I'd have to look at how they led, how they were in sacks this year. Let me see if I can find that defensive stats.
So while you're looking for that,
Mhm.
Borealis was 27 of 32 on the season, so 84%. His long on the year was 59.
And what would you say his stats were percentage-wise?
84.4, 27 of 32.
Got it.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 over 50.
No bad weather.
No bad weather.
No bad weather.
And his season long was the 59. It was at home against the Dolphins, that last game of the season. So, not great weather. So, got a leg.
I could see that over. I could see that happening.
I could see it over. I think it'd be a fun one. I think it'd be fun if you're having a Super Bowl party or something and you get like a handful of these ones, right? And you make everybody almost like everybody has to fill out a betting card. You put like these, like that one, the sacks, you put the field goal, the punts, a couple of the other ones, not the crazy long shot ones.
Yeah.
And you make people pick and then they submit their card. Everybody throw $10 in and whoever gets the most right, wins. That'd be kind of fun. All right. Let's see if I got anything else. Super Bowl specials. Coin toss. I mean, coin toss is a coin toss. I'm taking heads. I take heads every year. It has not been good for me, but I'm taking heads again. It's minus 105. It's been coming up tails. I think I looked it up. It wasn't crazy, but I think it was like 8 of the last 13 have been tails. So I'm just going with the things evening out, even though every flip is its own entity. Anyhow, color of the Gatorade poured on the winning head coach.
All right, here you go. Ready? Last 25 years.
Oh, you have it?
I got it for you. Orange 5 times. Blue 4 times. Clear, so water 4 times. Yellow or green 3. The Pats in 2018, their last Super Bowl, it was yellow or green. Purple 3 times. The Chiefs did it twice, and none 4 times.
There's none, like they didn't.
Nobody dumped it. Nobody dumped it. Yep.
I think they got to dump it here because
both
first-time winners.
Yeah, they're dumping.
Just going off the stats that you gave me, clear water is the bet. I have clear water at plus 1,000. Everything else is like orange is plus 210, and you said it happened 4 times water. You got plus 250 for purple, plus 275 yellow or green, and then I got plus 400 blue, and then clear is plus 1,000.
Clear has not been done in 13 years.
Oh,
I like blue.
They're big on the electrolytes, huh?
Somebody does red. How did the Pats not do red?
I know. I was thinking the same thing. And red's the highest odds, plus 1,300.
Blue is not a bad call. Both teams have some blue in their uniforms.
That's what I was thinking. That both teams have blue.
Blue is not a bad call.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one I like. How many fourth down conversions, or well, over under how many fourth down conversions in the game? How many do you think? These are conservative coaches, though.
2.5.
I was gonna say 2.5. I was gonna say 2.5.
Yeah.
The number, I'm pretty sure the number is 2.5. Yeah, the number is 2.5. So we're right on it. I don't know. I'm not gonna touch it. Just depends how that early going in the game.
Yeah.
Early going.
I mean, you guys already took that both teams were going to get one, right?
Right. So I had to go over. I was gonna go 3 just to get the 2.5 is the number for sure.
Yep. Length of the longest touchdown, over or under 36.5 yards. I kind of like that over. I could see it.
Oh, I don't know about that.
They did some deep shot. The Pats, Drake May does like to throw deep. He's not afraid to air it.
Yeah, they both air it out.
And then you got a possibility of kick or punt return. You got a possibility at an interception or something.
You have JSN. You have
somebody breaks a run.
Or Kenneth
Henderson.
Walker.
Obviously, he's going to have 2 of them. So
Henderson's going to get 2 of these on his own. I'm adding that to my thing. Over 36.5 longest TD. I could see it. I see a deep touchdown.
I'll steer clear of that one.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Will the score ever be – oh, gosh, what happened? I just hit the wrong button. Will the score ever be tied again? Where the heck? After 0-0.
Yes.
Will it be 7-7, 3-3? Okay, that's minus 125. So that's not bad.
Yes.
So, if it's tied 7-7 or 3-3 or whatever. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Where do they come up with this stuff? The jersey number of the first TD score, will it be higher than 10.5 or under 10.5? What number is Ken Walker? He's a low number, right? He's 9.
He's 9. Yeah.
What's
JSN 11, right?
Yep.
JSN's 11.
What's the over under?
Huh?
Ramonde's 28, right?
Drake May's 10.
10, yeah.
I mean, Cooper Kupp's low number, isn't he? He's 10 for Seattle.
10, yep. Yeah, I mean, like all the majority players are low numbers. And then
over 10.5 is minus 160. So if we go under, that means we're looking for Drake May, Ken Walker, Cooper Kupp, or no, it's not JSN. JSN's 11, so he's over 10.5.
I actually saw that prop earlier, and in Connecticut, it's over under 11.5.
Oh, so it takes them out of it.
Then in your case, maybe
so that throws JSN in the bucket with the low numbers.
There's some crazy props. I haven't seen, unless I'm missing it, I haven't seen the national anthem yet. I looked it up real quick. I looked it up real quick. I don't know who the guy is. He's like some Tony Award winner or something. I never heard of him.
I'm pulling it up right now for you. Give me 1 second.
All right. I don't know. That's always a weird one.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck guessing that one. And then again, that's where these props.
Charlie Puth.
Yeah.
Charlie
how does
Puth.
somebody in his family, I'm going to make this a little long. Obviously, again, like you said earlier, Ken, I'm sure they're going to put limits on these bets. But, how do you not? I don't know. That just seems weird to me. That seems like a very easy one to manipulate real quick. Hey, nobody would know unless somebody, I don't know. Who knows? They'll find out, I guess.
What's the time on it, though?
Yeah, because I don't know.
Because, I mean, there's, the years when they have those divas out there, they kind of hold those notes forever. But Charlie Puth, probably not.
I don't think they have. So I don't see an actual line. It looks like it's going to be 119.5 seconds.
So it's a minute and
almost 2 minutes.
Yeah,
almost 2.
That makes me want to say under.
Let me see.
Obviously, you have final scores. You have alt lines. I mean, you have everything here. What I was hoping to find you said the opposite, Ken, but I think the second half's going to have more scoring. I think that's when the sense of urgency. I agree. That's when the sense of urgency is going to kick in. I don't know if I can bet that though. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. I just looking at purely statistics, looking back over the course of the season, like both teams are huge first half teams numbers.
Yeah, they've really pounced on their opponents with that defense, I think. Second half points. The second half over-under is a little higher than the first half. It's 23.5.
Yeah, I saw 22.5 in Connecticut.
Well, I mean, I have all the numbers. Like 22.5 is minus 130. So 20, that's kind of leaning to the over. So I went with the minus 110, which is 23.5. All right. Anything else you guys got on this game? As far as from like prop standpoints, and then we're gonna get to our picks finally. All right. I think we've covered pretty much all of it. We think the running backs are going to do pretty good out of the backfield. And then obviously we got some wild stats. I've got Mays over passing yards. Double J's got Darnold. Ken is all about JSN. And then defensive touchdown you had, right, Ken?
Yeah.
Okay. What was defensive touchdown plus?
Plus 550 for Seattle D. It was Seattle.
It's just the Seattle D.
And special teams, yeah.
Got it. Seattle D and special teams. Okay, I can see it. I'm just worried about – well, I'll get to that in a second. All right, so we got that. We got Jay likes Walker over 3.5 catches for a plus 182. I like that as well. Cup with an anytime TD plus 260. Yes, both teams will get fourth down conversions plus 125. Yes, both teams will have a lead in the second half. All three of us took that. That's plus 150. Over 49.5 longest field goal for Jay. I've got my Travion Henderson. Just bet everything Travion Henderson. I also have a rush TD for each team at plus 155. I've got Mays over passing yards. And I did that fun one, over 2 interceptions total in the game. What was that? I forget what that was plus. I think it was like plus 200. And then under 7.5 points in the first half. And then over 36.5 longest touchdown of the game. But now, here's what we've been all waiting for. Let's go through. Let's start with you, Ken. Seattle, I have 5. It's been fluctuating by 4.5, 5 all week. It's Seattle minus 5, and it's 45.5 total. Give us your official play on the game.
My official play on the game is the Patriots, plus 4.5.
Got it. All right.
That's my play, and I'll go into a little bit more afterwards.
Okay, go ahead. Double J.
Like I said, I was leaning heavy one way for probably the past 8 days. And the last couple of days, give me the Pats plus the 4.5.
Wow.
And I like the under.
Unbelievable. And you like the under?
Yeah, I like the Pats.
We've got a clean sweep. This was, and listen, in the pre-show, none of us told each other what we were going to take. I'm taking the Pats and the 5 points. Only thing that makes me nervous is if it is a humongously pro Seahawks crowd. Being in close proximity to San Francisco, they travel well. The Super Bowl when they played in New York City against the Broncos was heavily a Seahawks crowd. They went absolutely berserk. Peyton Manning the Broncos were not ready for it whatsoever. Peyton Manning even talked about it after the game, how he just could not believe, and that was the game where they had the safety on the first play. He could not believe how loud it was in there, pro Seahawk. I don't know if the Pats let that happen. That's the only thing that scares me. I think these are 2 good defenses. I don't think – yes, Seattle is good offensively. I don't think there's some sort of offensive juggernaut against this defense, and I think the Pats can muck this game up enough, and it's going to be a gross one. I kind of lean under with you, Jay. I hate rooting for an under in a big game like this, but it's probably the right side to be on. And we both talked about neither team getting to 30. So if both of us don't like a team to get to 30, it's probably going to go under, most likely. Obviously, it could, but most likely going to go under. I like the Pats and the 5. Ken, give us the reasoning behind your play.
I think it'll be a pretty close game for the majority of the game. One team may or may not get a double-digit lead at some point in time, but I think it'll be pretty tight. I think Patriots come out and take a lead early and hold on to it for most of the game. Like we did bet, in the second half, it'll kind of go back and forth a little bit, and I think that will happen. My thoughts are, and this is a little bit out there, not that I'm betting on it, but I think that the Patriots are actually going to win the game outright. And I think the narrative is right there. If you think about the Patriots, even in the team name, the Patriots, on the 250th anniversary of our country, Patriots win. It's just the narratives there. We've had a couple of those things happen over the course of a lot of these games. And sometimes there's a script, sometimes there's not. But it's, these teams are going to go out and play their best. But I think narrative wise, I think the Patriots win the game. I think it's going to be something else. Similar to the Red Sox
feel like
marathon bombing and like some giant. There's been a couple things over history where it's been the perfect kind of headline, and I think this could be it.
I see it. I think this line's inflated by a couple of points because of the narrative of the Pats not playing anybody and not looking not looking as pretty in their road getting to the Super Bowl. I think this should be a Seahawks by 3. I do think the Seahawks are slightly better, but I don't think it should be 5. So I'm going to just bet that it's going to be a close game, that it's going to be within the number. Worst case scenario, back door is always open at that number. And I'm going to take the 2 points to my side. I probably will sprinkle some money line too. And if you're looking at some stats, you've got in the last 5 Super Bowls, the underdogs 5-0 against the spread and 4-1 straight up. And if you look at the history, underdogs are only 24-29 against the spread, but you had a 13-year run in the mid-late 90s through the mid to late 90s, where the NFC was just absolutely dominating and it was blowout after blowout. So that really skews the favorite number. I think underdogs are getting better. Parity has come into play. These teams with salary caps and free agents, like the teams are getting so much closer to one another. The Pats defense is getting healthier. Spillane's playing. I think they have a guy that can contain JSN. I'm not going to say nobody's shutting him down. Guy's incredible, but I think can contain him. And I think their defense is good enough to stop the run, force Darnold into maybe some mistakes. I know he's played great, but now this is the Super Bowl, whole nother ball game. He had home cooking in those 2 playoff games. Also a lot of familiarity against a team that he played already twice in the regular season. And now he's got to play the team that he saw the ghosts. This is the team he saw the ghosts way back when. That's just my thoughts. Jay, what's your reason? What made you flip-flop?
So historically, how many times do we go to a Super Bowl and all you hear is this team is going to get their doors blown off? A couple of years ago, Carolina, Denver. Everybody thought Carolina was going to walk in and just stomped Denver, and Denver just mauled them with that defense. It happens. The Pats have done it before a few times. We're here like they're not going to do it. The Rams get that first Rams Super Bowl. Pats had no business winning that game. They shouldn't have won that game, and they did. I think the piece that isn't getting talked about enough, I think Vrabel is the X factor. We look at the quarterbacks. May makes mistakes. Darnold's going to make. I think both quarterbacks are going to make mistakes. I think Vrabel is so good in game. The Pats are going to keep it close. And when that's close like that, that coach is going to give him the edge to pull the game out. I think it's like a 4-point game. I could see it being a field goal game. I don't want to give the Pats another last minute. There's no Adam Vinatieri this year, so I don't want to give them that drama again. But I could see a 2-point or 4-point game. I think it's close. I think part of my over on the Darnold passing numbers, I think Seattle's going to be playing catch up at the end, so I kind of lean that way. I think Ken's right. I think the Pats are going to muck it up just enough to make it hard, and they're going to find a way to scrape it out.
Yeah, I agree. I think Vrabel is a big-time X factor. I'm glad you brought that up. He's an incredible coach. I mean, what were the Titans thinking? You knew as soon as he was let go.
He won Coach of the Year tonight. My son was upstairs.
Oh, I lost my Ben Johnson.
Vrabel won Coach of the Year tonight.
I had Ben Johnson 10 to win 500. That was worth it. I thought it was worth a shot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I just don't think the media likes him as much as Vrabel, but Vrabel's well-deserved. I mean, there was like
a couple more wins.
6-7 coaches that were worthy of that, worthy of winning that.
Yeah.
The other thing, what do you think about this? It's just a little breaking thing before we break up for the show about Tom Brady and the blackboard. I think Brady did this on purpose, and it's it's bulletin board material because it's all over social media. how Brady was interviewed. I know now he's an owner and he's an announcer, but he came out and said, "Oh, I just hope for a good game. I don't have a dog in the fight." And a bunch of Patriots players have gone out and said, they're like pissed, and like former Patriots players are really pissed off.
Legit. Yeah.
I think in a weird way, Brady
Like
might have
Vrabel should be
done
pissed
that
off.
on purpose. What do you think? That's my conspiracy theory, that he did that on purpose to give him some bulletin board material. I wouldn't put it past Brady.
No, I hadn't even thought about that, to be honest with you. I thought he was playing political, but maybe, who knows? Who knows? He's going to be in Kraft's box.
Well, Vrabel's going to make that a talking point.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Anything to throw an extra chip on their shoulder, why not? I mean, it's all about motivating your players, and I think Vrabel is the guy. I mean, like you said, he won Coach of the Year, but he's been in that situation as a player and now as a coach. He's been in a lot of clutch situations over the time, and he's the difference maker right now. So I think it puts the Patriots in a good spot.
Plus, McDaniels is going to scheme up everything for Travion. So, I mean, this is like a shoe-in.
Trick plays.
Absolute lot.
Travion's going to throw a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I think he'll throw one to himself. Run one, overturn a kick. Yeah. I got to change all my bets to that over 3 touchdowns.
Kick the longest field goal of the game. He's going to kick a 70-yard field goal.
It feels, he may not be.
He's not too busy scoring touchdowns.
He might get a sack.
What are you guys doing for the big game? I know we are now, we're elder statesmen of the game, not in our primes necessarily like we used to be. You guys doing anything special? I'm having family over the house and a few friends. Nothing crazy, but
yeah, same.
Yeah, just kind of chill.
Yeah, just going to our buddies. Yeah.
Low key. Yep.
Sweet. Well, gentlemen, enjoy it. We hope you that have been watching, whether you're watching it live with us tonight or you're watching, in the days leading up to it, got a little bit of insight into what we're thinking on these games. We've got everything written down on the notebook. Any last parting words, gentlemen, on the game?
Enjoy.
Yeah, there you go. Just have it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the last game of football. Obviously, it's going to be a sad day when it's gone, but we'll have rookie season, all that stuff coming. Don't forget, I will be on tomorrow night. We'll get to the college basketball. Tonight was all about hitting the Super Bowl, getting you prepared for the big game. Hopefully, we gave you some things to think about, and let's go make some money. Let's have some fun. It's the final game of the year. Let's try to go out with a bang and end the 2025-26 season big. We're thinking Patriots here. We're thinking Patriots for sure covering the spread and maybe even a sprinkle on the money line. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a good rest of your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow night at coming on at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll lead you into the St. John's UConn basketball game, and we'll get you ready for all the other college basketball on the weekend. Thank you.
Later, guys.
Thanks, guys.